Welcome to this video. In this video I would like to show and explain you how you can log in really quickly in your SAP system using a batch file. And I've already made a video how you can log in quite quickly, so I will sum up this video as well. If you have some questions, you can watch this video in detail afterwards. So what basically you can do to log into your SAP system, here I try to log into the other platform trial, so I double click in the SAP logon and then I am entering my credentials, so basically the user and the password. If I would like to log into a specific client, then I can change it here, and if I want to, I can also change the logon language. That's basically the normal process how you can log into your SAP system. And as mentioned, you can also use shortcuts. So there you click here and then basically, you can decide your location. If you want to, you can specify one specific transaction that should be started when you execute this SAP GUI shortcut, but basically then you click on finish and then you have created it. I've also made an own video about this. As mentioned, have a look in it closer. And if I log off within here, as mentioned, here is the SAP GUI shortcut, and when I double click, then this pop-up will come, and then within here, within the password, I can enter the password and then click on log on, and then I'm logged on the SAP system. Within here I have specified the session manager transaction, so I will start with the start menu. You can also enter one specific transaction that you would like to have started. But as mentioned, there is one easier way how you can log into the SAP system. But of course, there are some risks I would also like to discuss and explain you a little bit more in detail. And using a bat file is kind of like really easy. What we are gonna do, so first of all, we would just like to execute the command shell to show you the command that we're gonna use. So just use the Windows search, type in CMD to execute the command prompt. And then basically you are here, and if you would like to have some more information about this prompt we're using, then just simply type in start and then SAP SHcut, so CUT, then a slash and a question mark, and then hit the enter key. And then basically this pop-up will come up where you can see all the parameters that you can use in order to use this command. So the version, added, register, max GUI, user ID, password, language, and so on. So if you would like to have more information about this command, just use the help command and then you're good to go. But as mentioned, we would like to create a batch file that we just double click, that we just execute, and then we log into the SAP system. And therefore you have to basically open one preferred editor, so Notepad, Notepad++, whatever you like and prefer. In my case, I would just like to open up Notepad++. That is totally fine. As mentioned, use the editor you like. And now we're using this command, so starting with start and then SAP SHcut and then a parameter minus system. And then you have to set the system to the system ID you're using. So in our case, it's A4H. If you are not sure what is kind of like the system ID, then basically open up the SAP logon, right click on your connection, choose properties, and then with the system ID within here, you can use your or you get to know your system ID with the parameter sysname. You can also with quotation marks, you can also use the description if you like to, but I prefer the system ID. And then we have to use the parameter minus client equals to 001 in my case. Once again, if you don't know what is your client, just double click on your connection. Within here you see the primary, the suggested client, or if you know the client that you would like to use, just type it in. And then what is important, you have to add your user. So with minus user and then SAP asterisk in my case for the upper platform trial version, and then the parameter PW for the password. And now it's important within here, you type in your password. In this case, it's the default password for the SAP asterisk user for the other platform trial. And then if you like to, you can also specify the language for minus language equals to EN. And now what is important, you have to save this file as a batch file. So with the ending BAT. And you can do this, just use Control S, key combination to save it. And here you can specify a name that you like to, so that you can recognize the file easier. So in my case, just A4H underscore SAP underscore 001. And now it's important that you choose the type all types. So that's important because we would like to save it as .bat as a batch file. So just type this in. This is important. And then just click on save. And now you have saved your file. And here on the desktop, I can see the BAT file. If you, for whatever reason, you have made any typos, it doesn't work, you can always have a look on this batch file with your right click and then click on edit, for example. And then within here, in my case, just Notepad, you can see what you have typed in. You can change it, whatever you like to. That is always possible. And to show you this, that it works, I log off from the SAP system. And now how you can log really easily using a batch file is that you double click on this batch file. The batch command is executed. And then for the first time, this SAP GUI security pop-up will open up because now the desktop or the computer is trying to access the SAP GUI, the SAP system. And if you don't want to have this pop-up, just click on remember my decision and click on allow. And then you are logged into the SAP system. This is a great way how you can log in really easily, and you can of course create multiple batch files for different clients, for different SAP users, for different SAP systems. You can have a lot of use cases, but why do I still prefer the SAP GUI shortcuts? Because as you might have recognized, if we edit this once again, within here you have your password basically in clear text. So there you have, based on the security, a risk, and you should not basically do this if you have some users with low authorizations where it's not that where we don't have that risk. You can do this, but you should keep this in mind that you do have a security risk. I recommend using SAP GUI shortcuts and using a password storing management system, like for example KeePass. It's also for free, and I prefer this, and you should not have passwords in clear text. If you have any questions left, please put them in the comment section. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel to never miss great upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and then see you in the next video.